In front of the global press, President Xi Jinping announced a fruitful outcome for this year's G20 Summit. He said a communiqué was agreed upon to clarify the future direction of the G20. The communiqué, also known as the Hangzhou Consensus, aims to boost world economic growth through long-term and innovative measures. It also seeks to ensure that the developing nations are included in the planning and reap the benefits of globalization.
Summit members have approved the G20 Summit Hangzhou communique. This further clarifies the direction, targets, and measures for further development of the G20. A long-term, comprehensive, open, innovative, and inclusive Hangzhou Consensus for Development has come into being.
Xi Jinping also spoke highly of an action plan made by the G20 members towards implementing the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. He added that the G20 will transform from a crisis response mechanism to a long-term governance platform. This platform will focus on medium and long-term policies and supply-side reforms.
We have made three firsts in regard to development issues. We have for the first time put development issues in a prominent position under the framework of global macroeconomic policies. We have for the first time made action plans for the UN 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. And we have for the first time decided to support together the industrialization of African and least developed countries. All these moves have significant meaning for the history of the G20.
The Chinese president vows that the G20 will support an open trading system in order to reverse slowing trade growth. Xi Jinping also told reporters that G20 members have committed to quickly putting into force the Paris Agreement on tackling climate change. Experts said China has contributed its wisdom to the global economic governance.
I think this year's G20 summit in Hangzhou, it's a very important new starting point for China to share China's own development experience to the world. Because in the past 30 or 40 years, China development is very good. It's the biggest developing success sample in the world.
The number of developing countries invited to this year's G20 summit is larger than any previous meetings. That indicates this meeting is much more representative and inclusive. Developed and developing countries will work together to strengthen a coordinated and innovative macroeconomic policies to boost the world economy. Yuting, CCTV, Hangzhou.